When a person eats a potato, a quiet and complex process begins inside the body. The potato looks simple on the plate, but once it enters the system, it becomes a source of controlled energy, minerals, and protective compounds that work together to support health in multiple ways. The first transformation starts in the mouth. As soon as the potato is chewed, it mixes with saliva. Inside the saliva is an enzyme called amylase, which starts breaking down the potato's starch into simpler sugars. This is the beginning of digestion. The mechanical action of chewing increases the surface area, making it easier for enzymes to act on the food. The taste is mild because the potato is low in acids and irritants. This is one reason it is considered a safe food for people with sensitive stomachs or ulcers. Once the chewed potato passes through the esophagus and enters the stomach, the body prepares for deeper digestion. The stomach secretes gastric juices, mainly hydrochloric acid and pepsin. Although these acids help in the breakdown of proteins, they do not digest starch significantly. The starch from the potato remains largely unchanged here. However, the warmth and moisture of the stomach convert the potato into a semi-liquid mass called chyme. At this stage, the potato begins to play another role. It forms a soft coating inside the stomach that can reduce irritation of the stomach wall. This is why boiled or mashed potatoes are often recommended to patients suffering from gastritis, acidity, or ulcers. They are bland, easy to digest, and naturally soothing. As the chyme moves into the small intestine, the pancreas releases its enzymes, amylase, lipase, and protease. Here, the starch from the potato continues to be broken down into glucose. The walls of the small intestine absorb this glucose and send it into the bloodstream. Unlike refined sugars, the glucose from a boiled or baked potato is released gradually. This provides a slow and steady supply of energy to the body, preventing sudden spikes in blood sugar. For this reason, potatoes, when cooked properly and eaten in moderation, can be part of a balanced diet even for people who are managing diabetes or blood sugar issues. At the same time, the potato delivers vitamin C, vitamin B6, potassium, magnesium, and iron. Each of these nutrients performs a unique job. Vitamin C strengthens the immune system and aids in collagen production, helping in tissue repair. Vitamin B6 plays a key role in the nervous system and supports the creation of neurotransmitters like serotonin, which stabilizes mood. Potassium balances sodium levels, supports muscle contraction, and keeps blood pressure under control. Magnesium and iron assist in energy metabolism and oxygen transport throughout the body. Together, these nutrients make the potato more than just a source of carbohydrates. It becomes a nutrient package designed for energy, balance, and restoration. The fiber content in the potato also plays an important part. Not all starch from the potato is digestible. Some of it is resistant starch. This type of starch passes through the small intestine undigested and enters the large intestine, where it becomes food for the beneficial bacteria living there. These bacteria ferment the resistant starch and produce short-chain fatty acids like butyrate. Butyrate helps protect the colon's lining, reduces inflammation, and improves overall gut health. This process supports a strong digestive system and can even lower the risk of colon disorders over time. When the glucose from the digested potato enters the bloodstream, the pancreas releases insulin, a hormone that allows cells to absorb the glucose and convert it into energy. The slow release of glucose from a boiled potato helps keep insulin levels stable, avoiding the sharp rises that occur with sugary foods. The body then uses this energy to power muscles, brain cells, and organs. The result is sustained energy without fatigue or sugar crashes. In patients with heart conditions, potatoes provide a natural advantage. The high potassium content helps relax blood vessel walls, reducing strain on the circulatory system. At the same time, potatoes contain no cholesterol and very little fat when not fried, making them heart-friendly when prepared simply. They also provide natural antioxidants such as flavonoids and carotenoids, which protect cells from oxidative damage, process linked to heart disease and aging. Another benefit comes from their alkaline nature. Potatoes help balance body pH, neutralizing excess acid. This quality makes them useful for people with acid reflux or digestive discomfort. A boiled potato meal can calm acidity and prevent burning sensations that acidic foods often trigger. In summary, when a potato is eaten, it doesn't just fill the stomach. It activates a chain of biochemical and protective reactions. It supplies gentle carbohydrates for energy, potassium for heart balance, fiber for gut strength, vitamins for repair, and antioxidants for defense. It nourishes without irritation, fuels without overload, and heals without side effects. In medical terms, it is one of the most balanced natural foods a recovering body can consume. The process that begins with one bite continues for hours, quietly supporting every system of the human body. The way a potato affects the body depends greatly on how it is cooked. The same vegetable can heal or harm, depending on its preparation. Inside the body, every cooking method changes the potato's structure, starch behavior, and nutrient value. Understanding these transformations helps determine which form of potato supports health and which one burdens it. When a potato is boiled, its starch granules absorb water and swell. This process, called gelatinization, breaks down the cell walls and makes the starch easier to digest. The boiled potato becomes soft and mild in taste, low in fat, and free of irritants. In this form, it delivers energy slowly and gently, without overwhelming the digestive system. Boiling also preserves a fair amount of potassium and magnesium. Because it requires no oil, this version is ideal for people recovering from illness, suffering from ulcers, or managing blood pressure. The warmth and bland nature of a boiled potato soothe the stomach lining, making it an excellent food for those with a digestive sensitivity. If a potato is baked, the process is slightly different. Baking uses dry heat, which removes moisture and concentrates flavor. During baking, the outer layer becomes firm while the inside remains soft. The heat causes mild caramelization of natural sugars, giving the baked potato a slightly sweet taste. Nutritionally, a baked potato retains more fiber compared to a boiled one and still provides a steady release of glucose. However, because the moisture loss makes the starch more compact, it has a higher glycemic index than a boiled potato. This means it raises blood sugar levels a little faster. For healthy individuals or athletes, a baked potato is an excellent source of quick energy. But for diabetic patients, portion control becomes important. A steamed potato behaves similarly to a boiled one, but with slightly higher vitamin preservation. Steaming uses less water, which prevents water-soluble nutrients like vitamin C and B6 from washing away. This method keeps the texture light and the taste natural. Steamed potatoes are often used in medical diets because they maintain maximum nutrition with minimum digestive load. When a potato is fried, its chemistry changes dramatically. The high temperature of oil, around 180 degrees, causes starches to lose water rapidly and absorb fat. During frying, the potato's outer surface hardens into a crisp crust while the inside becomes tender. The result is delicious but chemically complex. Frying produces compounds such as acrylamide, formed when sugars react with amino acids in high heat. Acrylamide has been linked to oxidative stress and, in large quantities, may increase long-term health risks. Fried potatoes also lose much of their vitamin C and B6 content because these vitamins are sensitive to heat and oxidation. The high-fat content from the oil adds extra calories, which can burden the heart and digestive system. Despite these drawbacks, frying does not make potatoes bad. It only makes them imbalanced when consumed frequently. A small portion of fried potato may provide quick energy, but daily or excessive intake can raise cholesterol, increase blood sugar, and disturb metabolism. In medical nutrition, fried potatoes are avoided in heart disease, obesity, and diabetes management programs. Mashed potatoes occupy a middle ground. When mashed with milk or butter, they deliver smooth texture and comfort, but increase fat and calorie content. If mashed with only boiled potatoes and a little salt, they remain healthy and easy to digest. However, adding heavy cream or cheese converts them into an energy-dense meal suitable only for those who require extra calories, such as underweight patients or athletes in recovery. The way the potato cools after cooking also changes its nature. When a boiled or baked potato is cooled and then eaten, part of its starch transforms into resistant starch. This form of starch resists digestion in the small intestine and functions like fiber, feeding beneficial gut bacteria. As a result, cooled potatoes help control blood sugar levels and improve digestive health. This simple effect of cooling turns a high glycemic food into a gut-friendly one. For patients with hypertension, boiled or steamed potatoes are the most beneficial. The potassium content supports heart rhythm and lowers sodium's effect on blood pressure. For patients with diabetes, cooled boiled potatoes or moderate portions of baked ones are acceptable, as long as they are not combined with fats or sugars. For ulcer or gastritis patients, boiled potatoes without spices provide natural relief by forming a smooth coating that protects the stomach lining. For athletes or physically active individuals, baked or lightly mashed potatoes serve as a powerful energy source before workouts because they deliver glucose efficiently to muscles. For those trying to lose weight, the key is portion control and preparation. A medium boiled potato has fewer than 120 calories and is fat-free. It also provides fiber, which increases satiety and reduces cravings. Eating a plain boiled potato with vegetables can help control appetite better than most processed foods. In contrast, fried potatoes or chips can contain 4 to 5 times more calories and almost no fiber. It becomes clear that the potato itself is never harmful. The harm comes from how it is handled. Boiled and steamed potatoes support recovery and balance. Baked potatoes support activity and strength. Fried potatoes serve taste more than health. Cooling adds fiber-like benefits, and mashing changes its calorie density. The same ingredient shifts its identity. With every small change in temperature and method, the effect of potatoes on the human body changes depending on the health condition of the person eating them. In medicine, no food is universally good or bad. Everything depends on context, preparation, and balance. Potatoes are a perfect example of this rule. For some, they are a source of strength and recovery. For others, when misused, they can become a source of imbalance. For people with diabetes, potatoes require careful attention. The potato starch breaks down into glucose, which directly affects blood sugar levels. However, the reaction depends on cooking style and portion size. A boiled potato with its skin provides a slow and steady release of glucose, especially when it has been cooled before eating. Cooling increases resistant starch, which acts like fiber and delays absorption of sugar. This helps prevent sudden spikes in blood glucose. On the other hand, fried or mashed potatoes mixed with butter or cream quickly raise sugar levels and cause insulin to rise sharply. Therefore, for diabetics, the safest choice is a small portion of boiled or steamed potato, eaten with other high-fiber foods like vegetables or lentils. This combination slows down digestion and improves the body's glycemic response. For patients with heart disease or high blood pressure, potatoes can be very beneficial if prepared correctly. One medium-sized boiled potato provides about 900 milligrams of potassium, a mineral that helps control blood pressure by balancing sodium levels in the body. Potassium relaxes the walls of blood vessels, reducing tension in the circulatory system. At the same time, potatoes contain no cholesterol and almost no fat, which makes them heart-friendly when not fried. However, when potatoes are turned into chips or fries, the oil used for frying adds trans fats and sodium, both of which increase the risk of hypertension and artery blockage. Thus, the heart benefits of the potato exist only in its natural or boiled form. Patients with cardiovascular issues are advised to choose plain boiled or baked potatoes without added salt or butter to get the maximum benefit. For people suffering from stomach ulcers, gastritis, or acid reflux, potatoes are one of the gentlest foods. When boiled, they form a smooth, neutral layer that coats the stomach lining, reducing irritation from stomach acid. Their natural alkaline minerals help neutralize excess acidity. They also lack the acids and essential oils that make spicy or citrus foods painful for sensitive digestive systems.
You may be silently stressing your heart,
recommend
raising your blood
mashed or
pressure,
boiled
and accelerating
potatoes for these
damage to your
conditions
arteries
because they
without feeling a
provide
single symptom.
calories and
You can eat
nutrients
clean.
without
You can walk
mechanical
every day.
or chemical
You
irritation.
can take your vitamins
However,
faithfully.
fried
But
potatoes,
if you take this
or those
one
seasoned
vitamin in the
heavily with
morning,
chili,
you may be
vinegar, or
silently
sauces
stressing your
should be
heart,
avoided
raising your
because they
blood
can
pressure,
reverse this
and
protective
accelerating damage to
effect
your
and
arteries
trigger discomfort.
without feeling a
For
single
those
symptom.
with obesity
You
or
can
weight
eat clean.
management concerns,
You can walk every day.
potatoes present
You can
both
take your
opportunity
vitamins
and
faithfully.
risk. Their
But if you
starch
take
is
this
easily
one vitamin
converted
in the
into
morning,
glucose,
you may be
which
silently
means they can
stressing your
provide
heart,
quick
raising
energy,
your blood
but also
pressure,
excess
and accelerating
calories
damage
if
to your
portion control
arteries
is ignored.
without feeling a
Yet,
single symptom.
boiled potatoes
You can
are
eat clean.
surprisingly filling.
You can walk every
Research
day.
shows that
You can
potatoes
take your
rank
vitamins
high
faithfully.
on the
But if you
satiety
take this one
index.
vitamin in
They
the
make
morning,
people feel full
you may be
longer
silently
compared
stressing
to
your
rice
heart,
or pasta.
raising your
Eating
blood
them in
pressure,
moderation
and
can actually
accelerating
help
damage
control
to your
hunger.
arteries
The key
without feeling
lies
a
in
single
preparation.
symptom.
A
You
boiled
can eat
potato
clean.
with vegetables
You can walk every day.
satisfies appetite
You can
without
take your
adding
vitamins
fat,
faithfully.
while the
But
same
if you
potato
take this
fried in
one
oil
vitamin in
becomes
the morning,
calorie-dense
you may
and
be
encourages
silently
weight
stressing
gain.
your heart,
Therefore,
raising
for
your
people
blood
trying
pressure,
to lose
and
weight, the
accelerating
boiled
damage to your
form is
arteries
beneficial when
without feeling a
combined
single
with
symptom.
a balanced
You can eat
diet
clean.
and regular
You can walk
physical
every day.
activity.
You can take
For
your
patients
vitamins
with kidney
faithfully.
disorders,
But if you
caution
take
is
this one
necessary.
vitamin in the
The
morning,
high
you
potassium
may be
content
silently
that
stressing your
benefits
heart,
the heart can
raising your
burden
blood
kidneys
pressure,
that are
and
unable to
accelerating
filter
damage to your
minerals
arteries
effectively.
without
In
feeling a
advanced
single
kidney
symptom.
disease,
You can eat
excess
clean.
potassium may
You can walk
accumulate in
every
the
day.
blood and affect
You can take
heart
your
rhythm.
vitamins faithfully.
Therefore, such
But if you
patients
take
are
this
often
one
advised
vitamin
to
in the
limit
morning,
or avoid
you may be silently
potatoes
stressing
unless
your
recommended
heart,
by a doctor.
raising your blood
Bleaching
pressure,
boiled
and
potatoes
accelerating
by
damage
cutting
to
them
your
into
arteries
pieces and
without
soaking
feeling a single
them in
symptom.
water before
You
cooking
can eat clean.
can
You
reduce
can walk
potassium
every day.
levels and make
You can take your
them
vitamins
safer for
faithfully.
kidney
But if you
patients
take
under
this one
supervision.
vitamin in the
In
morning,
cases of
you may be
inflammation or
silently
autoimmune
stressing your heart,
conditions,
raising your
potatoes
blood
play a
pressure,
supportive
and
but limited
accelerating
role.
damage to
Their
your
natural
arteries without feeling
antioxidants,
a
such
single
as
symptom.
flavonoids,
You can eat
carotenoids,
clean.
and
You can
phenolic
walk every day.
acids,
You
help
can take your
neutralize free
vitamins
radicals,
faithfully. But if you
reducing
take this
oxidative
one
stress
vitamin
that
in the
contributes
morning,
to
you
inflammation.
may be silently
However,
stressing your
these
heart,
benefits are
raising
strongest
your
in
blood
colored
pressure,
potato varieties,
and accelerating
such as
damage to
red
your
or
arteries
purple-skinned
without
types,
feeling a
which
single
contain
symptom.
higher
You can eat
antioxidant
clean.
levels.
You can walk
Regular
every
white
day.
potatoes
You can
offer
take your
less
vitamins
of this
faithfully.
protective effect,
But if you take
but
this
still
one
support
vitamin in the morning,
tissue repair
you may
through
be
their
silently
vitamin
stressing your
C
heart,
and B6
raising
content.
your blood
When
pressure,
prepared without
and
oil and
accelerating
salt,
damage to your
they can
arteries
serve as a
without
neutral
feeling a
energy
single
source
symptom.
that does not
You can eat
worsen
clean.
inflammation.
You can
For
walk every
individuals
day.
with weak
You can take
immunity
your
or general
vitamins
fatigue,
faithfully. But if you
potatoes
take
provide
this one
easy
vitamin
energy
in the
and
morning,
nutrients that
you
help
may be
recovery.
silently stressing
Vitamin
your
C
heart,
supports white
raising
blood
your
cell
blood pressure,
activity,
and
while
accelerating
B6
damage
assists
to
in
your
creating
arteries
hemoglobin,
without feeling a
which
single
carries
symptom.
oxygen throughout
You
the
can
body.
eat clean.
The
You
natural
can walk every
carbohydrates
day.
from boiled
You can take your
potatoes fuel
vitamins
brain and
faithfully.
muscle function,
But if you take this
preventing
one vitamin in the
tiredness and
morning,
dizziness
you
that
may be
result from
silently
low
stressing
glucose
your heart,
levels. For
raising your
such
blood
patients,
pressure,
a simple
and
meal of
accelerating
boiled
damage to
potatoes
your
with
arteries
vegetables
without
becomes a
feeling a
balanced,
single symptom.
restorative option.
You can eat clean.
On the other hand, for people who depend heavily on processed or fried potato products, such as chips or fries, the long-term effects can be harmful. Excess oil, salt, and acrylamide accumulation may lead to inflammation, insulin resistance, and cardiovascular strain. The same vegetable that can heal in one form can harm in another. The difference lies in heat, oil, and habit. From a medical perspective, potatoes behave like a flexible nutrient source that adapts to the body's needs if used correctly. They can soothe the stomach, stabilize energy, and supply essential minerals. But when modified through excess frying or seasoning, they lose their natural balance and begin to stress the same organs they can help. In summary, potatoes are best suited for those needing gentle nourishment, patience, recovering from illness, those with digestive disorders, and individuals seeking natural energy without irritation. They are least suitable for people with uncontrolled diabetes, kidney disease, or those consuming high-fat diets. Like most natural foods, the potato carries both healing and harm in its potential. The outcome depends entirely on knowledge, moderation, and preparation. The body responds not only to what is eaten, but to how it is treated before it enters the mouth. The potato stands as proof that even the simplest food can become medicine or burden, depending on human choice.